Welcome back, everyone. I'm continuing with the Lego Treehouse build. Today I'm going to be starting on bag number 17, which will be doing some of the branches and leaves for the tree. Now the designers have given two options for the leaves. We have fall colors, which are the golden, yellow, and brown colors, or summer colors, which are green. Even though I'm building this in late August and it's probably about a month away from the leaves turning to this color, I'm going to put the green leaves on for this build. And I'm just going to leave these in the bag for now. Okay, let's start building some branches. A lot of ball joints and like hooks and male and female parts for the hooks. That's how they're going to attach to the main tree. Well, that's a pretty simple assembly. This is for some of the lower branches. I'm going to have to keep track. Since I'm going to build all these ahead of time, I'm going to have to keep track of which part goes where, so I'm going to have to put them on my table in order. 2. Now, this is a larger assembly. These small branch elements are used to just connect the two leaf bricks together. Give them a bit of a tighter hold. That's a big branch. This is an articulated joint, so this can be rotated into different positions. Now this branch is done. All right, second big branch done. So bag number 17 gave 3 large branches and leaves and then 2 smaller ones. Okay, bag 18 is just more of the same. We'll just keep going. All right, yet another branch. All these branches are basically identical, except for just the positioning of some of the parts. Another branch. Well, that was the end of bag 18. One bag left, bag number 19, and we'll finish off the foliage. These ones are going to be a bit smaller than the other assemblies that I did. So that one's a bit different. I'll just say the way these are constructed, it's not going to be easy to swap out the green for the gold and the brown if you wanted to change the leaves with the seasons, because a lot of these pieces are kind of trapped between other parts. So you would have to do some disassembly to change the leaves out. You could do it. It would just take a bit of time. And these are going to be some lamps. All right, so that's a bit more of a unique assembly. Well, that one's pretty simple. This one's really simple. Just a hook with the 2 leaves on it. Well, that's the end of bag number 19. I got my table kind of cleared off here because I've got all the assemblies off to the sides in order so I know which part goes where. Nothing left to do but to just cram them all into the main set. We're going to do that next. First up is the last remaining extension of the tree trunk, which was done back in bag number 14. And this goes right up here. Make sure I get the orientation correct. there's 2 holes to go in these 2 pins. Now, I have to remember, because that just snapped in like that, I cannot pick up the set by here because that'll just pop off. Whereas down below, I can pick up the set from the trunk because it's fully connected to the rest of the set. This is only connected by those 2 pins. Now we'll start putting the branches. There were 19 individual assemblies that have to go into this yet. First up is this tiny branch. There's a ball joint right here. This has the receiving ball socket. This should just snap in like that. Now the ball sockets, of course, you can move this around a little bit. So if you want to position them slightly differently, you can. Actually, that looks better. It's like it's angled down like that. Connects the same way. This one also is articulated. There we go. Again, I'm going to angle that up a bit and then down. This is the last of the really big ones. Well, that looks good. Now the rest of the branches go down actually a bit lower in the set. So a bit of a complaint. These smaller branches are connected with just this hook. And the clutch power of this hook onto the connecting rod is actually quite weak. So this is very unstable. I kind of wish that was done a little bit differently. And the last one. Well, what a great time to find out you put a part in incorrectly. The receiving part that this goes into is turned 90 degrees the wrong way. It should be sticking out this way when it's sticking out this way. And because it's sticking out this way, the trees are interfering with everything here. I wonder if I can fix this. I think I can fix this. Give that a wiggle. This one piece here has to be rotated to be this way. Now I can put that back on. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in first because it was hard to get in there. Pop that back on top. So that's where it should be. Now I'm going to stick this back on top. Yep, should just sit right in there. Ta-da! That wasn't too bad for fixing a big mistake. We're done. Look at this thing. There is so much detail in here. There's detail within the huts, of course. On the outside at the bottom here, we've got our minifigs. There's a winch and a basket. You can lift the basket of food up to the treehouse. There's a stream at the bottom here. A little fire pit, something over the fire. A picnic table on this side with candelabra and just some dishware. And then kind of a staircase. Kind of winds around a little bit to get up to the first hut, which is right here. And then from that first hut, you can just step over a small bump to get into the second hut here. And then there's another tiny walkway from the second hut up to the third hut right there. And then the roofs of all the huts can be taken off and you can play inside. Now, of course, because of the tree branches, it's a bit restricted about how you can get into the inside. But the tree branches are all articulated and you can move them around if you want to get in there. I'm just impressed with the construction of this set. For the most part, with a couple grievances, this set is really solid. It's fairly robust at the bottom, so for moving this around, I should be able to grab the main trunk and just lift it up like that. So this would be a safe way to move this set around, is by grabbing it right there. Very impressive looking display set, and tons of play features. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me on this multi-part set build. The final product looks amazing. Let me know what you think of this set in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have something new for next week.